Hey, what's going on, everybody? Um, yeah, I guess I just wanted to touch base briefly in regards to the coronavirus and everything like that, you know? There's some things that I completely agree with, and some things that I notice going on that I just think we could do without. So, there's agreements, disagreements, just basic stuff, you know what I mean? I might just mention a couple things that how I relate to it, or what my parents have been going through and stuff like that. Nothing anything crazy. Nobody has it, so get that right out the way. Get that out of your head before that's what you think this is about. I'm just talking. So there's like 4 points I'm going to touch upon. The first one is social distancing. For one, preventing as many transmissions of the disease as possible is exactly what our ultimate goal should be. Eventually, we would be able to either isolate it or be able to keep it at bay, and then have the 14 days go by. You know what I mean? I don't know. So, like in theory, isolating it would hopefully um, allow it to subside for the time being. I don't think it's gonna knock it out and then it could never come back. It's not like that. It's just that seems to be a good outlook on how we should approach it. Number two, what I definitely agree with, when they say wash your hands more frequently and for longer. I remember when I was in elementary school, and these people came in. They said, "Hey, we're gonna use this type of hand soap today. I want you to go into the bathroom and wash your hands as long as you can, and like feel free to go like vigorously and try to get all the soap off of like every orifice of your skin and especially your nails." They said pay attention to your nails because this is what goes over people's heads most of the time, is we don't clean our nails thoroughly enough. So anyways, we're like, okay, we're gonna come back there and it's gonna be perfect. So we put like 6 to 8 minutes in of washing our hands each, and we came back there and they had this like type of light, like under a magnifying glass type thing, where it would allow you to see A, any bacteria or germs that are left, and B, any soap, like leftover soap. And obviously it felt like we got all the soap off, but you'd be surprised. We came back there and there was still stuff. Mostly the only area that was like that a lot were the nails. Still our hands had some too, so it goes to show you, like, people wash their hands but they do it in like 6 to 8 seconds, and like just implementing better habits, I think is beneficial for everybody. So I agree with the first two. The third one, the one that's a little different for me, would be hand sanitizer. um uh, this is like a commonly mistaken one. The more hand sanitizer I use, the better, right? Like, in theory, okay, we can understand that, but what happens is, just like we have white blood cells and red blood cells in our body, we have ones that fight off infections and stuff like that. We have good bacteria on our hands and bad bacteria. There's not just one type. All right. I don't know the name or the specifics because that's not me, but I at least know the basis. Okay. And cleaning your hands, like washing your hands with antibacterial soap and hot water, that's great. You know what I mean? But if you're using hand sanitizer 6, 10 times a day more, like, that's crazy because you're stripping both the good and the bad bacteria off, which is going to leave your hands vulnerable and susceptible to picking up germs and stuff like that, and also the virus. You know what I mean? So that's a little thing that could go both ways. It's kind of a double-edged sword in a way. So I mean, I'm not saying don't use it. I'm just saying, for me, I don't use it multiple times a day like crazy. Like, I see some people just leave it at that. So I don't know. So, like, overall, I think it's not that dangerous or anything like that. It's something that we have to be aware about. We can't be ignorant to it. Like, I crack jokes, everybody cracks jokes, or the majority of people, because a lot of times people do that. That's how you laugh through the pain or whatever's going on. And it's not that it's that serious. It's just we have to at least be aware and be mindful. That's how I feel. 4 is another thing, the final thing that I don't agree with. And that is a direct result of whatever's going on. I call this panic-stricken citizens. If you're like these folks tend to be, they crumble under pressure very easily, stuff like that. Like if you're already a germaphobe or if you have severe OCD in any way, shape, or form, maybe you tend to even just be over dramatic in the event of a problem or a situation that arises, and you just over amplify stuff, like your emotions are heightened or something like that. Like, I don't know, maybe you were numb for so long and stuff, I could relate, and then all of a sudden, boom, everything's hitting you like a brick because it almost feels new to you. But anything like that, if you're going through any of those, like I said, then you might fit this description of a panic-stricken citizen in the midst of all of this, the coronavirus. They tend to post such things as, oh, the end is near, or the Mayans were right, the end of the world's approaching. I knew it. Like just chill, you know what I mean? I'm not saying treat it as a joke or as if it was nothing, but I'm saying we do not need to be on either side of the spectrum, ladies and gentlemen. We are supposed to be somewhere very much so in the middle, okay? There is a gray area. Not everything is black and white, okay? So, stay woke, stay lit, whatever, hashtag this. Alright, I don't even care. So, basically, this has just been a brief overview of my thoughts on the coronavirus. Thanks for checking it out. I really appreciate it. I don't know. That's it for now. I'll see where this takes us. We will see where this takes us. And I just want everybody to stay blessed and stay grateful, just make a list in your head, 5 or 10 things that you're grateful for, you know what I mean? In times of need and stuff like that, we come together even more, and it shows how strong the bond of friendship is, the bond of family. And family doesn't always have to be blood. It could be, you know what I mean? There's plenty of people through different situations, and it's all good, I'm an only child, but I feel like I have a few brothers, people I grew up with and I'm still really tight with. And I wouldn't trade that for the world. So everybody stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, and I'll catch you on the next one, alright? Love you.